Welcome back, Pom Pom fam. In today's video, we will discuss the topic of dog vaccines and whether it's harmful or beneficial for our dogs. This is another controversial topic because it seems that dog guardians are becoming more aware of the vet industry and questioning whether to move forward with injecting drugs into the animal companions. Remember to check out the description for resources you don't want to miss. Also, there's a form you can fill out that's linked in the description to let us know what your goals are so we know what content to help you the most. So let's begin. First, let's examine the purpose of vaccines. Vets state that vaccines assist the body to defend and protect itself from disease-causing pathogens. The antigens contained in the vaccines imitates the disease-causing pathogens in the body. However, it doesn't cause the disease. The purpose is to stimulate the body and help it recognize a pathogen based on the antigen present. By doing this, the body will be prepared to defend itself, or it would lessen the effect of the pathogen. It's kind of like preparing the soldiers before going into battle. So, if vaccines are meant to prepare the body and assist in battling off dangerous toxins and viruses, why are dogs becoming increasingly sick during a time when the pharmaceutical industry is at its all-time high with cutting-edge technology? In this era, there have been more sick animals under human care than any other time. Dogs are developing skin irritation and allergies, cancer, arthritis, brain failure, organ failure, parvo, distemper, behavioral issues, and so much more. Let's talk about skin issues for an example. Most guardians will notice skin issues develop or worsen shortly after a vaccination. Skin issues range from, but are not limited to, yeast infections, eczema, staph infection, itching, rashes, autoimmune diseases, etc. When your dog's body is reacting in this manner, it's safe to say that the vaccine has caused damage to the body to some extent. Toxin and waste injected into the body causes an adverse side effect, but it's not always immediate. More often than not, vaccines cause a delayed adverse effect. A dog's body is complex and has evolved to recognize and act in a way that allows the dog population to survive deadly diseases when contracting these viruses by natural exposure. Natural exposure to diseases occur when particles of these viruses are taken into the body in their natural environment. If the contamination level is low, the dog's body can show no signs of illness even if the body has been cleansing itself. This results in dogs producing antibodies to a certain virus or toxin so that when they take a titer test, they will pass the test even if they haven't been vaccinated for that particular virus. When a virus or toxin is present in the body responds by alerting the body with chemical messengers, and the immune cells will travel to that specific area where the toxin or virus is located and begin to kill, eat, and digest it. During this time, the body will react in different ways with either a fever, swelling, heat, pain, discomfort, etc. And when all is done, the body produces antibodies and sophisticated immune responses to become stronger and intelligent in dealing with certain viruses and toxins in the future. However, vaccination is different from natural exposure to viruses in their natural environment because the injections are performed in unnatural areas of their body, such as through their neck or arm where it lacks specialized immune tissue. Not to mention, wild dogs and wolves usually encounter one virus or toxin to battle at a time, whereas some vaccines consist of multiple viruses or toxins that get injected into the bloodstream. To make matters worse, vaccines are formulated with chemicals and toxins through human intervention that forces the immune system of our animal companions to work excessively hard. Toxins from vaccines are not natural and it causes the body to fight itself, which is how autoimmune diseases occur. Toxins get stored into the tissues and fat cells, which creates burden for the body. Then, when vets notices that our animal companions have symptoms such as physical discomfort, they prescribe more drugs. It becomes a cycle of overburdening the body with toxins and unnatural chemicals that compromises the body. In the journal article named Duration of Immunity in Red Wolves Following Vaccination with a Modified Live Parvo Virus and Canine Distemper Vaccine, red wolves were vaccinated with the parvo and distemper vaccine. It stated in some cases, most notably with modified live canine distemper virus vaccines, vaccination has induced disease in non-domestic species. The problem is that disease in dogs does not end here. Genetically modified vaccines may seem stable and predictable in the labs, but in the real world with many species around, vaccines may not be able to perform in a way that humans had anticipated. An example is the government of the US drops rabies bait into rural areas of the country with a helicopter or plane every year. The rabies bait has modified live viruses along with the immunizing agent in the smallpox vaccine. The theory is that this combination is intended to be a weakened strain of rabies. When a healthy animal ingests this small bait, it should form immunity to rabies. However, if an animal who is not in the best health ingests this bait, it can either fail or the rabies disease will actually manifest in the body, which would backfire, meaning these animals can transfer rabies to other animals and people because it is a genetically modified virus. Not only can the intention of vaccination backfire, but it can also be deadly as viruses are transferable and are able to mutate to create stronger strains. Toxins from vaccines can be stored in the body and come out through the feces and urine. Vaccination in feces and urine can last up to weeks, even months. As for new strains of viruses, it's common to see different strains of parvo in dogs now. Initially, parvo was actually only meant to be a disease for cats. This disease in cats is called feline panleukopenia leukopenia virus, also known as FPV. This distemper vaccine has grown on the kidney of cats who were infected. However, since vets have created a vaccine for FPV in cats, they also injected this vaccine in dogs or something similar, which usually comes in the booster shot. Since then, a new virus in dogs had risen. A disease that was non-existent was created through human intervention and swept the globe, causing chronic illnesses and diseases in dogs. So what we discovered today was that the more we fiddle with viruses and inject genetically modified viruses and vaccines into the animals, the more unnatural it is for the body, which causes the body to work hard in cleansing itself. When we intervene with the natural healing process of the body by injecting vaccines or creating indigestible baits, we create toxins in the body that overburdens the body. Not to mention, viruses can be predictable in the lab that is more controlled, but is not predictable in the field where there are millions of animals with different response mechanisms. When medicine and human intervention doesn't go as intended, it can cause a whole host of diseases and problems at the expense of our own animals as well as others. To know more about vaccine guidelines, visit the AAHA website for more info on your state requirements. The main idea is less is more. Of course, do your research and take advice from others with a grain of salt. This is your animal companion, and it's up to you to be responsible and aware. Remember to look at the description for more resources, and thank you for watching, and we will see you next Thursday. The Pom Pom Bros love you.